What's going on, guys? Kulprit here, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a commentary, old school kind of commentary. I've been focusing on kind of my gun reviews, tactical analysis type things, but today I want to do an old school commentary. It actually might get a little ranty. I'm not sure how this is going to I'm pretty sure it's going to get a little ranty, so if you'll forgive me, it's a video I've kind of been hesitating to make and trying to avoid, because I don't play video games to be negative. You guys don't play video games to be negative. You don't come to YouTube to hear somebody complain, and I didn't want to be that guy, but at the same time, I feel like if I don't talk about this big elephant in the room, I can be kind of remiss in my duties as a guy covering Battlefield 4, and that's what I do. I try to cover Battlefield 4 for you guys, talk about my adventures in it and experiences and things, and that is why you guys subscribe to me, or at least that's why I assume, and that seems to be the most feedback. So we need to talk about it. We need to talk about the state of Battlefield 4 and a lot of the things going on. Now, I've seen a lot of guys talk about this and things, so I just kind of wanted to cover it with my own take and my own opinion, because I do get asked about it a lot. First of all, let me talk on this notion. Well, let's just set the table here. First of all, I really like Battlefield 4. I really do. It's got all this stuff. It's largely a broken game. All right, I really like Battlefield 4. It's largely broken. Okay, that's where we're starting from. I really do like it. I enjoy it. I see it really has a good core. It's like those 80 movies, or maybe I'm dating myself here, early 90 movies where it's like that ugly duckling girl, she's got really ugly glasses on, got busted up braces, got a really terrible haircut, maybe she could lose a few pounds, right? But you're the stud and you're looking at her like, wow, if somebody who knows what she's doing, if somebody knows what they're doing, like a stylist or something, could just get in there with her and fix her all up, I'm taking her to the prom and I'm gonna win the whole thing, right? She's got good genes. But that's exactly how I see Battlefield 4, and it's there. It's there. It's the game I want is there. I just need somebody that knows what the hell they're doing to come in and trim all this bullcrap off, fix some things up, put some band-aids and duct tape, and put it out to us already. I mean, I've tried to be very patient. I've tried to be very positive and encouraging and tell people to hold on. But we're 6 weeks in, right? I mean, we might be more. We're pushing 2 months in on release. 2 months. And this game is largely broken, and the most frustrating part, and the reason I'm kind of making this video, is because every time I get hopeful for a patch, it seems like they break more than they fix. It's come on, and it's like this whole notion, and you hear it time and time again, is that it's not DICE, it's EA. It's not DICE, it's EA. It's bullshit. Okay, we're in the grown-up world here. We're big boys. We're big boys and girls. We're professionals, right? Once you take that transaction for money, for a product or service, nothing else matters. You have to support it. You have to deliver. Otherwise, you take responsibility. You take the flack. You cannot sit here and tweet out at me, publish on your website, your YouTube channel, all these awards you win, audio, design, all these things, like, oh, look at all this praise and stuff we get, and then tell us you don't deserve the flack when the game falls short. That's not how the world works. Now, I just lump them together because they are together. They're one company. EA bought out DICE. DICE took that long sum from EA to, they took that money, and then they gotta sleep in the bed they made. That's where it comes down to. It's their fault, and enough is enough. It's their responsibility, and this notion that EA just walks into DICE's office and goes, okay, this is the game features we want you to make, and you have 24 months to do it. That's it. Push it out at this date and go. No, like, DICE has a lot of input, especially after the big blockbuster that was Battlefield 3 and the amount of money they made for them. They have a lot of input. They have a lot of sway. To think they're just in this master-slave relationship is obnoxious almost. So let's get over that. Okay, stop defending them. It's way too long now. Okay, it's way too long, way too many problems that haven't been fixed, way too many problems that have gotten in after release, okay? Enough is enough. DICE, you're just as bad off as EA. EA, you're abominable on so many other levels. Don't get me wrong, you have a longer track record. But DICE, you are shattering your reputation right now. Shattering it. I'm going to get into that a little bit. So let's talk then about this whole press release thing that was like, all hands on deck, all resources are going to now, fixing Battlefield 4 is our #1 priority. Nothing else will be worked on. Oh, what bullshit. I mean, it's sorry, and I don't try not to use, vulgarities, but it's crock of shit. It's total marketing BS. It really is. And it's like insulting to me that as I'm sitting here, you're telling me that you're pulling people off projects. You're not working on anything else until Battlefield 4 is fixed. And when my ears really perked up, what I heard from that, some people are like, oh, that's great. Maybe now they finally admitted it and it's going to get some attention and things. And that's fine. And I do, agree with that. But what I really heard was, when they're sitting there saying all resources and all hands are on deck and fixing Battlefield 4 is our #1 priority. Well, I take the inverse of that. And I'm like, well, okay, you're telling me that fixing Battlefield 4 is your #1 priority today. Well, what was it yesterday? Why wasn't it your number one priority yesterday and the day before that and the day before that? What about, the money I gave you for a game that largely most of us can't play? Even when I wasn't having a lot of issues, it was clear a lot of people were. So that kind of made me a little angry, frankly. I understood what they were doing, but what they didn't see is that their stock was going to plummet the very next day. I think it was like 7%, and 7% of a company the size of EA is a lot of dough, guys. And basically what they did is they totally reversed it. And this one didn't get as much pub. And I don't know if everybody knows it. They basically went on to say, whoa, to their stockholders. No, actually, wait a minute. No release dates of our other IPs, i.e., Star Wars. What is it? Mirror's Edge, I think. Anything else they're working. No, those won't be delayed. Those won't be affected. So let me get it straight. All your resources now at DICE is working on fixing Battlefield 4. All DLCs have been stopped. DLCs I've already paid for, mind you. DLCs I've already paid for. They're delayed now. Not because of anything I did. No. But because you couldn't finish the original game, now you're delaying another product that I've already paid for. That's a whole other video for another day. Star Wars isn't being delayed. Mirror's Edge, nothing's being delayed, but nothing else is being worked on until you... What? It makes zero sense. In essence, nothing changed, guys. They didn't do anything. It was all speaking out of the side of their mouths to try to appease the dumb masses, which is really how they see us. They're just putting words out there. They're putting words out there. You'll never convince me that these Easter eggs that suddenly just popped up in the last 2 weeks or so weren't planned. That it was just a coincidence and it wasn't used as a distraction tool. They might be great. They might be fun for people, and I'm glad you enjoy them. That's fine, and I'm not taking away from them. But the fact that when their timing, to me, is never going to be a coincidence. All right? It was clearly to take the attention off of the terrible patching that's going on. So basically, it's like I'm sitting here watching EA tell me that all resources are getting poured into Battlefield 4 and fixing that product, their flagship, right? And nothing else is going to get accomplished. Every ounce of resource, all the manpower, everything is going here, right? Why didn't anybody ask? And why didn't they mention, somebody, all right, that's cool. Where is your senior multiplayer developer? Oh, that's right, because not everybody realizes this guy's on vacation. For 2 months. He's been on vacation since the day of launch, roughly. And why do I know this? Because he's tweeting it. He's, 3 weeks in on vacation. Now, all fairness, he's getting married. He's on a 2-month vacation. I have no problem with this guy going on vacation. That's on a personal level, him. I have no problem. That's between you and your employer. It's in your contract. You negotiate that. I'm an employee. I get that. I have no problem with that. If that's when they decided his vacation was to go, let's go. My beef is with DICE. My beef is with EA. EA and DICE telling me that all resources and manpower are going to fix Battlefield 4, but probably the most important guy, the top guy, with the boss of multiplayer, is out of the building. He's unreachable on vacation. He's not there. So every asset you have is going to fix this game, but your number one asset isn't there. What's going on here? And then, you got Zinto is on vacation right now. I think he's more a spectator, whatever. He's a producer. He's involved more competitive than spectator. Again, I don't have a problem with him going on vacation, but this notion of everything we have is being thrown at fixing Battlefield 4, and yet they're all on vacation. These are just the guys I follow on Twitter. Who knows who I don't follow that are just gone? And they did this in Battlefield 3. That's why I'm not surprised by this. They all took vacation after release, and we had the same problem. We didn't get a patch for a long time. That's what they do. And it's maddening. Everything we have is going to fix this game. Oh, but yeah, our lead multiplayer designer, he's not here right now. Sorry. Whoops. No, it's infuriating. This is what's infuriating. It's almost more infuriating than the broken game itself. It's this spin and this speak that they do, and they talk to me like I'm an idiot. And they talk to you guys like you're dumb masses, and it's infuriating. It's the recent patches. It's like you're trying, and I applaud you for putting out patches. My son is 4 years old. He goes to pre-K. He gets a star for effort. That's what you guys, a star for effort. That's great. But Jesus Christ, does anybody test these patches? You're telling people now they have to turn off one of their graphics cards just to play your game without having an epileptic seizure? This is okay. You guys have to be professionals. You have to have pride. What is going on over there? Who is testing this stuff? It's maddening. It really, it's shocking. It's appalling. It's sad. Really, because I had such faith in this game. Because Battlefield 4 was an iteration. It was Battlefield 3, as a lot of people have said. And that's why I liked it. I was like, this gives them a chance to refine the core. Fix the things. Netcode, map design, latency issue, whatever. Like, those things. Don't build on a broken game. Like, fix those things. Give me a new maps, and I'm happy for Battlefield 4, but they blew it. They messed that up. Oh, they did Levolution. What's Levolution? It's, you know, I mean, come on. It doesn't really add anything to the game. It's maddening. And I mean, so many people have said here, like, use dev servers as a test bed. On PC, you know, right now they're basically using everybody on PC as test, as beta testers, and they're just publishing these patches with little or no Q&A, it looks like. Well, why not take a set of servers and just set them, these are testing servers, beta servers. This is the most recent, you know, iteration of the game. Go check it out. If you want to see what's coming, check it out. People, they do it in all other games. Tons of other games do this. Your devs can watch, monitor, feedback, adjust, tweak, whatever you need to do, but you don't have to ruin the game for the rest of us. You know, like, I just want to get on after I put my kids to bed, shoot a couple faces, and go to bed. I haven't been able to really do that. I can't record videos. I can't do, like, what? I just don't understand what's going on. And then, you know, like, you log in and you're like, all right, a patch where they fix, maybe they got the one-hit kill bug, that kind of thing. They have a million issues to fix. Instead, they add some wonky death animation that pretty much breaks it even worse. What is going on? Like, I really think that death animation, they didn't know how to fix certain things, so they were like, you know, let's just throw like a death animation there, and people won't even notice that they're insta-dying. Like, I don't know. I really have no idea what's going on, and it's like so many. And where the hell is Second Assault? I paid for it. I was told I get my DLCs before people, early access, exclusivity, right? I don't have it. PlayStation doesn't have it. I don't have a word about it. They're going to tell you, oh, it's because we ceased production on all DLCs. Right. So you ceased production on a finished DLC. Yeah. I don't understand what is going on. And that's the thing. And I'm going to wrap this up because, again, obviously, I knew I'd get ranty, and I'm just trying not to go too long. You know, I mean, it's one thing to have a broken game. It's one thing to be going 6 weeks in and being like, wow, you know, whatever. And I've told you guys all along, I'm looking big picture. I'm looking 1 year, 2 year play on this game. So I'm okay if I gotta play 2 months with a broken game, as long as it gets there. But I don't have any confidence it's gonna get there right now. We're taking more steps backwards than forwards, it seems. You know, and I'm afraid the game's gonna die. I'm afraid people are gonna move on. People already are. Daisy is just, they timed it perfect. Let me tell you, they saw that COD was dead. They saw that, you know, Battlefield is having troubles right now, and people were obviously looking for a new game. My friends list is empty. And Daisy drops. I don't even know if Daisy was prepared. They said, you know, we got to strike while the iron's hot. Go. And they did. And they like $5 million in 24 hours. And that's all it takes. People are looking for something. And Daisy's a broken mess, too. But, you know, people's patience are wearing. And like I said, I go on Battlelog. I have 100 friends. I'm at the cap, whatever the cap is. I go on, if there's 3 or 4 people at night playing Battlefield 4, that's about average right now. That's terribly sad. And that's across all, that's Xbox, PlayStation, PC. That's not just PC. It's bad, guys. And I want to play this game. I want to play it for a long time. I want to do videos. But people are already going away. They've been driven off. They're tired of the BS. And what do we have to hang on? What show of confidence do we have? Not much. Because every time they patch it, they break more than they fix. So I just don't know. I'm not going anywhere. Let me finish. If you haven't clicked out already, I should have said this right off the bat. I'm not going anywhere. I still love Battlefield 4, and I want to play it. I want them to fix it, and I'm going to keep doing videos on it and things, and hopefully they're going to be less ranty and more positive in the future. But I just felt like I had to talk about this a little bit, because I do get asked about this a lot. And some of you guys like to hear me rant, so here you go. Tell me, guys, of course, what you guys think in the comments. I'd like to hear it. And, you know, maybe some of the best comments, I'll make a follow-up video and share some of them with you guys or something. But let me know. And you can always hit me up on Twitter, too, as well, if you're over there and active. Because I'd love to hear where you guys are at, how your experience is going. Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? I don't know, guys. I get so frustrated. Like I said, I can deal with a broken game. But don't talk to me like I'm stupid. And just start making progress. I don't care how small and incrementally it is. Show me there is a strategy. Show me there's a plan. Show me there's a way forward, and that you're chewing it away. You're doing it. You're grinding. You're getting there. And I'll hang on. And I'll be a fanboy. And I'll market your game for you for free on YouTube. You know. But when it's just a chicken with its head cut off, and blind people quality testing, it's infuriating. It's really frustrating. And that's where I'm at with Battlefield 4. I'm gonna keep playing it. But I never would have saw us here almost 2 months in from the least. I never would have seen this. And it's too bad. It's really too bad. Because they clearly could have taken over from COD this year. If not in sales, but just total in respect. And just, you know, the best shooter. It clearly could have. And they've squandered a huge opportunity here. And I think they know it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's almost 15 minutes, so that's way too much, way too long. If you've listened this long, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'd really like to hear. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.